So I'm Justina Parisi. I have a fourth grader, Thea, in Miss McGee's class right now, and then a second grader, Amelie, in Mrs. L's class.
I'm Debbie
Kyle,
Fisher.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm Debbie Fisher. I am president-elect, and I have a second grader. A second grader read. I'm like, this is hard. I don't have the Miss Sempt is his teacher, and I also have a kiddo at Cromrie.
I'm Candy Petronic. I am the secretary, PTO secretary. I have Eleanor, who's in third grade in Miss Molly's class, and Gavin, who's in kindergarten, and he's in Mrs. Chesley's class.
And then my name is Kyle Clower. I'm one of the co-treasurers, and I have my daughter Kate is in first grade. She's in Ms. Zeinemann's class. And then my son Jack will be in kindergarten next fall.
Hi everyone, this is Montana. I'm another co-treasurer. I have a son, 6 years and 1.5, in Ms. Hepmer's class.
We have two Jessicas. Does Jessica want to go? Or you can enter in the chat if you don't feel comfortable turning off mute.
That's all right. I'm Jessica. I have a fourth grader, Melina, in Miss Squire's class. And I also have a son at Cromrie. And we can discuss tonight. I just emailed with Debbie on whether we want to talk about a virtual run, walk, move.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you, Jessica.
I'm the other Jessica. And so I have a daughter in first grade in Ms. Zeinemann's class, and a son in fourth grade in Miss McGee's class. So on this call.
I'm Jenny Marin, and my role in the PTO is I'm working with the book fair committee, and I have a fourth grader in Mrs. Zellner's class, and I have an eighth grader at Cromrie.
Thank you. Is that everyone? I think, and Mr. Wynn.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Wynn, the proud principal of Northside Elementary School.
Great. I think that's everyone. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I haven't gone yet. I'm Katrina, and I have two students, a fourth grader in a girl fourth grader in Miss McDermott's class, and then also a third grader in Mrs. Bell's class.
Awesome, thank you. Sorry, I didn't flip to the next page on my screen. Thank you. It's great to have everyone here. So we're just the plan for tonight is to go through a few slides on the PTO board. We will have an election at our next meeting in March. And so I'll talk through those roles. I do have some great news that a lot of the current board has said that they would like to continue. So they will be participating in that election. And anyone else who wants to kind of throw their hat in the ring, the more the better. And I also will highlight some of the successes that the PTO has had in 2020, what we've had for this first half of the school year, but we're really excited about what we'll be able to do in the back half of the year. And so I'm hoping that everyone can kind of help brainstorm some ideas to creatively get families involved, as well as we're gonna have the opportunity for I'll have a Google document that we can all kind of go in and type, but if you have any questions about the return to school, now we will not be answering those questions today. And Mr. Wynn's going to be listening in. We don't want to put them on the spot. What we want to do is capture any questions that families might have, and then bring that back to the administration before we go back to the school February 1st. So with that, Kyle, do you mind advancing to the next slide? And then I think we'll get started. Oh, I just gave over the agenda. Okay, we can go to the next slide. So we all introduced ourselves. So my term will be ending this May, and Debbie will become president and we'll talk through the other roles on the board. Will it go? Next slide. Uh-oh, stuck. Here we go. This is just a high level of the PTO. So our mission, the families and staff at Northside Elementary work hand in hand to create a healthy and safe learning community for all our students. And we use innovative methods to provide amazing educational opportunities to our students. So in addition to the board you have here today, we meet with Mr. Wynn, and Mrs. Bergman is also part of our board. And so we meet monthly to talk about how we can help support students and staff and foster our community at our side. So next slide. Is it having a hard time connecting?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to take over?
You mind, Debbie? Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, fine.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. So some of our 2022 successes this year, we touched on the success of the book fair, which I know Jenny wants to be humble and pass this to Northside parents and families, but I do want to give a special shout out to our book fair committee, who everybody is needed to be creative in every aspect of everyone's lives this year. Book fair committee was no exception in trying to figure out how to transition us to virtual. And so we really appreciate their continued efforts to make sure that we can continue this source of getting quality books in to our school and reading material to our family. School directory is now, it is, I was about to say virtual, and that's not right. It's an ebook, it's a PDF, it's electronic. That was the word I was looking for. Thanks to Candy, our secretary, our PTO secretary, for putting that, putting the directory together to make sure that our families can stay in contact with one another this year. Splash activities, there has been an amazing amount of creativity in trying to figure out, again, another touch point for our kids that's not just the teacher that they're seeing on their Zoom class, trying to forge additional connections with our children and the school community when they're all the more important when they're not in person. So the PTO has partnered with the Northside administrators to help with, as you know, with the December bingo, the holiday bingo, we funded the handouts that went home so that kids could all participate in a fun activity before we all go to the holidays. And then also planned classroom and teacher assistance. We are hoping to, as we gear up to go back, we're partnering very closely with UE to understand what our teachers need. So needs in the classroom are markedly different and also very the same in terms of school supplies, but the nature of distribution and additional things that we need to make sure that the kids who do come back into in-person learning are safe, as well as the staff.
I think it has a build then. Can you hear me okay? If I turn off my
camera?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Okay, I think if you click it, Kyle, it has a build up just then planned. And Jessica, maybe we can pause here and do a little discussion about the potential for run, walk, move in the spring. So what we're thinking, so we're hoping, Candy, I think maybe I didn't get a response. We're thinking we'll do a spirit wear sale potentially in the spring. We're considering that. We'll see. I put it on there and I forgot to double check with you from the email. So we're hoping either in the spring or early in the fall next year. We do have our virtual book fair planned for March. So this year, the fall book fair raised $1,200 for books that just went immediately back into the classroom. So that's amazing. So thank you everyone for your support and for the book fair committee for pulling together that virtual fair. It will be virtual again, and we are planning on having that in March before spring break. Now, so Jessica, thinking through the opportunity for Run, Walk, Move, what were your thoughts on, or do you have any, or should we kind of talk through what it could be if we could have something in the spring for kiddos?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about it since October. In hopes that we would be in person, but yeah, I think we can get creative. I know Cromrie did a fitness challenge around Thanksgiving. And we probably don't want to overlap necessarily with like the book fair, but we could probably do a virtual activity challenge is probably our best bet, and not do a t-shirt unless you really think we need to do one. Because that's our biggest cost. So instead, if we want to do, I would hate to do like you have to raise a certain amount to get a t-shirt, but knowing that's our cost is the t-shirt and we're not doing any tallies. We could just do like I said, an activity challenge. We could do it on minutes of activity. It doesn't have to be running. So does anyone else have any ideas or been doing any other challenges or?
I have not with any kids. Like we have done some grown-up challenges with like class, like trying to take a number of different classes on an app or steps walked, but of course that requires a counter. So I like this idea. I'm interested in, we can continue a conversation about the cost of the shirts, but I wonder, if our treasurers probably have a point of view on what that would look like. We're not taking in many dollars this year in donations, but it's okay because we're a nonprofit and we're not spending as much as we were in the past. So our budget's a little different this year. So just try to make sure that we've got the funds if we do want to provide a t-shirt, and knowing that it's not a requirement, that we really just want to celebrate movement and making sure that we're thinking about how to foster that, again, community connection, excitement about school, and working movement in there somehow.
I mean, even our adult challenges, since I'm on Fleet Feet, I'm at work right now. Yeah. We've done a lot of minute type challenges, and I'm a minute runner anyway. So, just challenging kids to get in X amount of minutes in 1 month. And then making a suggestion of donating a quarter per minute or however we want to do it. And then maybe we don't always have a goal, but maybe our goal is to raise $3,000 total, knowing that $1,800 of that will go towards shirts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I can probably just look at time frame and then how people want to track it.
Yeah, Jessica, I think I would be totally open to just funding the shirts with the PTO, and assuming this might just be a net even, a break even, where we're able to offer this opportunity to students. And when we had our board meeting and Beth Bergman was there, she was thinking through too, like this might be a fun way if they were to have a chart in each classroom and track how many laps they were able to do on their mask breaks or recesses, but then also thinking through if we'll also have a contingency of Northside students. There's about 20% of Northside students that will be virtual. So is there a way for us to also get those kids engaged in activity as well? But she was really excited about maybe having some sort of goal or purpose-driven activity for them to do, whether it's over a week or whatever it could be. And she was thinking through, they used to have the dolphin tails chart on their wall. Like, could they somehow do that? And we, somehow figure out a way for kids to fundraise for the activity that they're doing during the week in the classroom as a potential.
I think it's great. I'm a big team person. Like, I'm not super competitive, and I just like kids are out moving. So yeah, I think it'd be great if we had a chart in the classroom, and then if students who are doing it at home, doesn't mean they can't add in their tallies, or, you know, we haven't, you know, did you run your block, or, you know, are you riding your bike, or, so I think Debbie and I are going to chat next week. And so we can come up, but yes, I would, and maybe Miss Bergman would want to talk to me too, but totally willing to lead it, give examples of things they can do and what we can do at school. And as far as the t-shirts, yeah, I mean, we already have everything. I can talk to the printer and easily, I think, can get sizes. I know some teachers in the past just put all their kids in the same size, and you know, I have all I took everything to Northside in the last couple months, so the t-shirts are there that the teachers can just hold it behind the kids to get the right size. So,
that's great.
So yeah, Debbie and I will plan to talk next week, and if book fair is going to be in March, yeah, maybe we just do it right after that.
In April, after spring break, when we come back.
Do April, where maybe more people will be motivated to do it outside, and yeah, I think it'd be great.
Okay.
And as far as just kind of connecting it to what Debbie talked about earlier about just community and our Northside community, every month we have some type of celebration. So last month we had a splash celebration, and that's what Debbie shared with you all about. But we can tie it into that celebration in April. So it will include students who are face-to-face and also students who are virtual. So then that way, like, we still connect with our Northside community, so we can make it where it is a big celebration. So I can work with my team to figure that out. So that, let's say we can launch it on one day, and then maybe at the end of the week, you know, like, have we met our goal or whatever it is, and then we can do a bigger celebration, so that it could be not just that one day, but like across that week. But I do agree that in the spring it would be probably ideal, because then we have more opportunities to be outside, or yeah, just the idea of being outside and having fun and moving around. And I think we can totally connect that to our monthly celebrations for sure.
I think that's a great way to kind of connect all the virtual kids to doing that monthly piece. And what we could do is, if we don't end up deciding to do laps for the kids that are there as a class, it could be like everybody, if you're counting it in like 10-minute walking increments. And so it doesn't matter how many laps you do or something, because anybody can even or doing something at their house for 10 minutes, and it's just counting that way that works. And that can be like universal across the board, but in the classroom, they could just count minutes or something, maybe.
I do wonder, does it have to be like only walk or running or moving? Like my work, they also have like healthy eat challenge to build into the weekly thing, like the first week workout, second week water intake, third week, like, you know, eating healthy kind of thing. So yeah, could be fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. So I am excited that this will come to life somehow. So thank you so much, Jessica, for your thought and insight. And we will find a way to just make the t-shirts work. I think if you were able to help us order them,
yeah,
we'll find a way to make it work, because I do think it would be lovely just to have everyone with a Northside t-shirt. I know Mrs. L and her class, everyone wears Northside gear on Fridays. So it's just, again, just one way to get people excited. So
yep, sounds good.
That's great. Did anybody else have any other thoughts on Run, Walk, Move, or? Okay. I think we also talked about, though, making sure we do not have volunteers needed. Okay. Can't have any more people around, but if we can find a way for teachers to facilitate that, that's awesome. Great.